we got a full house. We are back. Scotty's here. T-Bone's here. Ricky's back from Ocean City. Without, I'm sorry. Did you end up coming back without like a VD or anything? Ricky?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I actually got whiter.
You got whiter?
You got whiter? Well, that sun in Ocean City is dangerous.
I'll tell you what, though.
Dangerous to your wallet.
Yeah, my wallet took some hits this weekend, but it was all fun though.
Yeah, what did you guys do?
Kid enjoyed himself. He wanted to go on the that haunted ride on the boardwalk where you ride around in a coffin. So we did that. It was fun.
So now you know what it feels like. You know what it feels like to be the Undertaker
or Darby Allin.
Allin.
So that ride is what, 1,000 years old?
I don't know. It's been around a while. I did it years and years ago, but they actually have like live people dressed up in there that come out and like out of nowhere, out of corners and shit, and scare the hell out of you.
Do they RKO you?
No, I was ready to RKO Michael Myers after the second time he jumped out. Like I literally looked over my shoulder and he's standing there right in my fucking face.
T-Bone Jones is in the house. T-Bone, have you ever been to Ocean City, Maryland?
No, I have not.
You are awesome. That is why you're a productive human being. So where do you go when you guys go on vacation? Where do you and
we don't take a vacation.
Smokey go. You guys don't. Smokey don't go on vacation.
No.
You've never been on vacation.
I went and seen my dad a couple years back. That's about it.
Okay.
My dad lives in Ohio.
I don't claim Ohio as a vacation. What part of Ohio?
Newton Falls.
OH. Nope, nothing. Okay, Scotty's back.
I think the Miz is the only person proud to be from Ohio.
John Moxley.
Oh yeah, Moxley. I forgot.
And you're also talking, when you do that OH crap, you're talking to a Michigan Wolverine fan here. So yeah, no.
Go blue.
I'm a Notre Dame fan over here. So
go green.
But yeah, no.
You're not green and white. You're blue and yellow.
Yep.
Okay.
Blue and yellow.
Oh, congratulations on having a fucking shitty college team. Scotty, welcome back. It's been a long week for you. I'm glad we got you back out here. Are you still doing makeup? What are you doing?
No, now we're doing the most god awful chip brand in the entire world, Frito-Lay.
Yeah, they're terrible. I don't find nothing. They are god awful. Believe me. Every time on Friday when I open up my bank statement and I see that I get a monster check from Frito, I hate their guts. Greg Waite. Greg Waite's in the house. Don't know who Greg Waite is, but welcome, Greg Waite. Nick Nemeth. He's saying Nick Nemeth is from Ohio. He definitely is from Ohio. Who else is from Ohio? What other wrestler is from Ohio? I'm sure there's
Alexa Bliss, I think.
She's from Ohio.
Al Snow, Lima.
Okay, Al Snow. All right.
Yeah, I believe Bliss is as well.
Okay, all right. Well, keep that list rolling because I have no idea why. First off, why would people even claim Ohio as being a place to live? Any of you guys ever had Skyline chili?
Yes, nope. And that is about the only good thing that comes out of Ohio.
Really? I heard it's god awful.
Dude, it's
never heard
we sell it in the store.
The only good thing Ohio ever produced was Skyline chili. They really it's an interesting mix of it's got a very small hint of sweet with a very deep tang and a very good tomatoey flavor all combined together into one really good meal. So yeah,
bro, you just described T-Bone Jones. You just described T-Bone Jones. T-Bone, you had a guest on this week on the Dog House. How did that go? Tell us who your guest was and how'd that go.
Our guest last night was the ABO 130-pound regional boxing champion, the franchise Francois Scarborough Jr. He's currently 8-0 in professional boxing with 7 wins by KO. He's had a total of 24 rounds his professional career, and he has not lost 1 round yet. He's out of Glenville State College Boxing Club. Yeah. Very talented young man. I'm excited to see what the future holds for him. I'm glad that he could come on the show, and yeah, it was a good show.
Yeah, he obviously never ran into Jonathan Cross, so there's that. You had a partner last night. You had a guest host with you. Who was that? And what was that all about?
Well, it was a friend of mine, Drew, that actually set up the interview. They went to the same Glenville State College boxing club together and everything before Drew got into the Army, and they're old buddies. So Drew kind of set that up. So I allowed Drew to come on with me to help me interview him, and they could reconnect. It was the first time they had seen each other through video chat or anything like that in years. So it was pretty cool.
Well, if you haven't gotten a chance to go check it out, go to T-Bone's page, T-Bone Jones Doghouse, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, in the Doghouse.
In the Doghouse. Go check that out. It's a pretty good interview. And I heard that he started boxing by playing video games.
Yeah,
he was playing video games and he liked it so much he got into it. Now, I pretty much did the same thing. I used to run around and jump on top of mushrooms. And really didn't work out for me as a job, but again, I enjoy Mario Brothers, so that's kind of how I got into it.
I don't think you were jumping on top of the mushrooms. You were ingesting them, probably.
Oh well, that's. Here we go again with the drug talk.
He was jumping on unicorns after that.
That's for sure. Well, I got. Yeah, we can talk about this another time. I had bad. I've had one great experience with hallucinogens, edibles, one medium one, and one real fucking bad one, real bad one. So,
I mean, the problem you have is you hallucinate in real life without the drugs.
Well, that's true. That is absolutely true. And what weed and what that stuff does to me is make me normal, and I hate it.
Yeah,
it's terrible. I hate it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. Right? Productive. That's horseshit. Who wants to be productive? Anyway, let's get into the show. We got a lot to cover here. Thank you guys for joining us. If you're just tuning in right now for the first time, please go like and subscribe. Ring that bell. We are on the quest for 1,000. We are trying to get as close to 1,000 as possible without going over, right? So if we get to 1,000, we stop, right? We don't go any further. So don't get us to 101, 102. We don't want that. We don't want 120, we want 1,030. Hell with that. We want to stop it right at 1,000. It would make us nothing but sick to our stomach to go over 1,000 subs. Don't do it. Anyway.
If we go over, you're going to hear the old Price is Right buzzer.
Right now,
I love it.
Right now, we're going. We're doing
We don't want to fall off the end.
That's right. We don't want to fall off the end. So you guys get us there. Just get us there. That's all we ask. So make sure you go like and subscribe. Go hit the thumbs up on this video if you're coming across it. If you're new to the channel, please type something in. Tell us you're new. Tell us go fuck off. Tell us T-Bone Jones is deaf in one ear. We don't care. Say it. Talk nasty to us. Girl, we like that.
Where's Giles?
Where is Giles Gems? We haven't seen Giles in months.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. Actually,
his parents probably banned him from using the computer.
He was a big fan. He's probably in jail. He was a big fan of Austin. He loved Austin. Remember he called Austin fat? He said he's fat, Scotch cross-eyed, and then we're bald, right? So Giles, big fan. Giles, big fan of ours. So I'd love to have Giles back. We actually had a picture. Giles was all elite there for a
Yeah.
while. Sarah Jones. I don't even know Sarah Jones. Is she
That's
even
my
allowed?
wife.
Is she allowed to be on here? Or is because of her ethnicity? Is she allowed to have her own? Is that okay?
Well, yeah, she's
Okay.
got her own
I
mind.
don't know. She stopped smoking long enough to type, so we're good with that. Anyway, let's kick off the show. We had a death today. Scotty, you want to go over what happened today? We lost Alpha today. Alpha of the Wild Samoans. He had been sick for a while. It was actually reported earlier in the week that he was already passed away, which was not true. Thank you, Dave Meltzer. But they ended up. Oh, Scotty, you're and
Get your ice pack, Scotty.
damn it, Scotty. We lost Scotty today too. We lost Alpha and we lost Scotty all on the same day. Scotty, you might want to back out and reboot. But anyway, we lost Alpha today. He's been sick for the last week, and today he passed away at the age of 81. Let me go to my notes here. I think I still have my notes here. Yeah. One half of the legendary Wild Samoan tag team passed away at the age of 81. Samu announced his father passing on Facebook, writing, "It is with our deepest regrets that we announce the passing of our father, Alpha Anawai Sr. It was a peaceful transition, and he was surrounded by loved ones. Please respect our privacy as we mourn our father." Alpha began his professional wrestling career in the 1970s, following in the footsteps of members of his family like Rocky Johnson, High Chief Peter Maivia. He had founded the Wild Samoans with his brother Sika, who also passed away earlier this year. They wrestled in Stampede Wrestling across the NWA territories until they arrived in the WWE in 1979. The tag team left in 1980, but returned in 1983 for another short run. After leaving again in 1984, Alpha joined the WWE for the third time in 1992 to manage the Head Shrinkers, again leaving in 1995. Across his career in WWE and the NWA, the Wild Samoans became three-time WWE World Tag Team Champions and two-time Stampede Wrestling Tag Champions. Among many other accolades, the Wild Samoans were inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame as part of the 2007 class. Alpha's brother and tag team partner Sika passed away earlier this year in June. Did we get Scotty back? We did not get Scotty back.
He's rebooting the phone.
Yeah, he's rebooting the phone. All right. Damn shame that both brothers passed away this year. Yes, they were both in ill health.
There he is.
It's death is inevitable.
Where did Jason go?
Yeah, I'm right here, buddy.
He's right there.
Okay.
Here I am. So
There he is.
I just kind of covered some of Alpha's accolades, where he's been. Scotty, can you give us some memory about maybe the Wild Samoans or this part of the bloodline?
All right, hold on really quick. Is my signal all right? Because it looks like it's in the toilet right now, but
it's okay. Right, just a second.
All right. Well, let's see if this holds out. Anyways, as I said, after Sika passed away, Wild Samoans, I had just started studying wrestling history. I didn't know anything about the Wild Samoans, because I started in the 90s, watching WWF, Hogan in that era and stuff like that. It wasn't until I was older and I kind of started to learn the history of wrestling that I found out who the Wild Samoans were. And, YouTube was starting to become a big thing at that time. And wrestling videos were popping up. So I started to kind of be able to get through and find people who posted matches and see stuff. And, again, these guys are Alpha and Sika, two of the toughest guys. They had so much heat back in the day. It's just such an amazing team, and it's a dynasty that got that was the next foot in the door for the whole Samoan family, like, the whole generation. Like you had guys like Snuka and that whole side of things that were, opening up the doors, and then Wild Samoans were right around that time as well. But and Peter Maivia, of course, can't forget the Rock's grandfather. But yeah, no, like these guys were opening up the door for the Samoan generation, and they did it like nobody. Like you can go back and watch old Wild Samoan videos, and like even knowing what I know about wrestling now, they terrify me. Like I wouldn't want to be caught in the ring against any of these guys. Like,
well, remember we talked about this when Sika passed away. That they basically fed new talent to the Wild Samoans.
Yeah.
To see if they were any good or if they were going to last or not. Right? These guys beat the absolute piss out of everybody.
Exactly.
Just another day at the office.
Another day at the office for them. But yeah. But no, like, and I still have in my toy room in the Legends ring, I've got Alpha and Sika with the tag team title belts, and right outside the cage, we cannot forget to mention
Captain Lou Albano, baby.
Yep, exactly. Captain Lou Albano standing outside the cage managing them.
I can't believe you opened it.
You know what? First of all, hey, figures are meant to be opened. Okay, please remember this. All right. Figures are meant to be opened, played with, have fun with. Show that you are a true fan. Anyways,
yeah, fucking G.I. Joe on a wrestling podcast.
Hey, I don't have any of my wrestling figures close by. All right,
he's a fucking savage.
Yeah, probably chewed through the fucking packaging.
But no, like these guys, the Samoans are wild, and they weren't like the most technical best matches in the world, but like you believe who they were. You believe that they would. I mean, you believe they'd punch your lights out if they ever got the chance. If you mouthed off to them, like these guys were nothing to be trifled with, and I mean, I know he's still around, but like to mention, you got to mention the name Haku, just because again, somebody that I definitely wouldn't want to be standing across the ring from, because I have a nice nose. I'd like to keep my nose.
Hey, Samu too.
Samu too. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it's a sad passing. I'm kind of shocked, but I'm not. This is one of those things like, well, when one goes, you kind of were like, and they're what age was Alpha?
81.
81, yeah.
81.
Yeah, 81 in a not so good health. It's I'd heard that after Sika had died that he wasn't doing too well. So sad, but it just was like, I don't know. I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah, tough.
Can't beat the clock.
T-Bone, did you ever get to meet any of the Wild Samoans?
I didn't get to meet the Wild Samoans. I have met Barbarian, and I've met Haku a few times. But the Wild Samoans.
How'd you keep your nose?
The Wild Samoans growing up, though, they scared the living hell out of me. I don't know if anybody has seen the 1985 movie Body Slam with Roddy Piper in it.
Oh yeah.
They played in that movie, and they scared the living shit out of me as a kid.
Which one used to chew on a bone?
That was Sika, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was
Sika. One of them used to chew on a bone.
I think it was Sika.
Yeah. Be greatly missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sad that we've lost both of them now. Like,
in 2 months.
We lost Sika, but now it's like the Road Warriors being gone. Another team, is not around anymore. It's like it's such a sad thing to have. We've lost another piece of wrestling history.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. What event did Alpha and Sika show up and put the Olafala on Roman? What event was that? What pay-per-view was that? That wasn't
That wasn't.
Was it a Raw?
It was a Raw because wasn't it the one like the tribal council? No, it wasn't tribal council. It was something else. They did some kind of family thing on Raw one night, and they proclaimed him to be the tribal chief and everything.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was a Raw. But I saw the 30-second clip, the GIF going around after earlier in the week when it was said that Afo had died. So people were sending that thing around. But
it is said that all week long the whole family had to defend the fact that he was
alive and then
alive. Yeah, I think Dave Meltzer's the one who posted it first that he was passed away.
Meltzer, what a douche.
So, look,
Greg said it was a PLE. I don't remember which one it was, honestly.
Yeah, I thought it was a Raw, but
yeah, it doesn't sound like something they would do on a Raw or a SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't think it was either. I think it was a pay-per-view.
Maybe a SummerSlam, or it had to be a big event, I would imagine. So, anyway, greatly missed. So,
yeah,
gonna be talked about for a long period of time. So, AEW All In next year, July 12th, Texas. A stadium show in the U.S. Austin says it's Hell in a Cell. Oh, yeah. Was that the Hell in a Cell with Brock? I wonder.
I don't know.
You got me.
Where's our Encyclopedia Owen Hardy?
Oh, and he's still hopped up on drugs.
Yeah.
Painkillers. So, anyway, All In will not be in London next year. Instead, they're bound for Dallas, the Dallas area next July. While the first two All In Wrestling branded All In shows have been.
He said Hell in a Cell 2020.
2020. Okay, yeah. Who was it? Was it all? Was it? I think it had to be Brock then, right?
That was Jay Uso.
No way.
Was it Jay Uso?
Was it Jay?
Yeah. No, that has to be. Jay.
Yeah.
The one where
after he beat Jay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Nope.
Well, it's because Jimmy's the one that threw in the towel, right? Made him stop. Because Jimmy was out hurt, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was when he was recovering from when he tore his ACL during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, he was getting ready. He's getting ready to like take the stairs and crush his head or whatever. So, anyway, while the first two All Elite Wrestling branded All In shows had been based out of London, England, a decision was made to move. Fightful Select has learned that there was a major consideration to having an event outside of London. Dating months back on Thursday, it was announced that All In 2025 would take place in Dallas at Global Life Field. One of the reasons that were given for this announcement, I guess this was Tony's big announcement. He had a big announcement that made sense. Announcement happening before this year's All In was suggested by the same source that is likely to avoid unrealistic expectations set for the announcement of this year's show, much like last year's. We've been told a return to Wembley could eventually happen. I think that.
Yeah, I read that they were going to go back next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah, 26.
Yeah. AEW worked with Dallas for the residency of Collision and ROH, and this was part of the grander deal. Specifically, Kosher Irby's effort, whoever that is, Kosher Irby's effort in making the deal happen was applauded both within the company and the city of Dallas. So we're now moving to. Let me get rid of my notes here. We are now moving to Dallas. What are the chances that, you know how Wembley was last year? It was sold out, or they said it was sold out. It was 70,000+ people. It was probably only for 50,000 people. Who fucking knows? We don't know. We don't really know we've heard a bunch of different stories about the ticket sales and that kind of stuff, and the gate and all that shit. What are the chances that All In Texas is a sellout? Scotty?
No. Not happening.
Not happening.
What do we know what the stadium capacity of this place is?
Go ahead and keep
Texas Rangers baseball stadium.
It
so
is
you
a
got to
Texas-
think it's like somewhere around 40 to 50K on a sellout with baseball, like a baseball game with just the seats around the stadium. So then you got to consider how many you're adding to the field.
All right. So here's my prediction. All right. So remember when it was Flair versus Carey in Texas?
40,000 people
Huh?
Okay, 40,000.
across 7 seating levels. Now, you're probably going to put 20 or 30 on the floor.
Maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. When David died and they had the David Memorial, there's an interesting saying that has been said about that. It was a match that needed a stadium. When they went back the next year and did the David Memorial, it was a stadium that needed. That is exactly what AEW is going to do in Texas. They have a stadium that needs a match. They need to have something big to fill this up. And with everything that we have seen, with the way the booking has gone, the way the ratings have gone, the way everything is just slowly just trickling down. They've had their lowest collision and lowest rampages in God knows how long. They had one of their lowest. Well, I wouldn't say one of the lowest, but they've had a low several weeks of Dynamite.
Well, they're averaging around 700,000 people for Dynamite. That's about what their average is on a Wednesday.
Yeah, but
they did have that one in there that was like 5.
Yeah, but the thing is right now they don't have anything to draw, and I'm very curious because we haven't heard any numbers as of this point of ticket sales and stuff like that for Wembley, and whether they
are they on sale right now?
They've been on sale.
Oh yeah, because the show's
in like
2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, they've been on sale for like they started back in May, I think.
Got you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like we haven't heard anything about ticket sales or what they're doing, or how they're going and stuff like that. And whether they had 70,000 the last time or whether it was 50, I mean, even I'll say this much: 50 for them is respectable. I don't see them getting even anywhere near that at Wembley this time around.
Yeah.
Maybe at the best 20 if they're lucky. So no, there's no way they do this in Texas, and especially the way they're blanketing the market right now. And even like I don't know how long this thing in just outside Texas is supposed to last at that E Stadium or whatever it is. But if they're going to keep running shows down there for a longer period of time past the summer run, then they're just going to burn that market out to the point where they won't draw, a piss hole in a snowbank. Like,
T-Bone.
Did that come from Cornet?
This is a flat on a plate of piss. Plate
full of piss. Come on, get it right.
I've already had a half of Daddy Soda. All right. T-Bone, this is the big stadium event for AEW in the US. You don't think at all that they're going to sell this thing out or damn near get close to selling it out?
If we're right, it holds what 50,000 people.
40,000, 7 levels of seating, and that's not including the field.
They might draw 15,000, 20,000 if they're lucky. And the thing is I'm gonna be honest, they got the talent. But where the hell's the storyline? Where's the substance? Where's the in between shit that they need to draw people in to make them want to see the event? I agree with Scotty. They have an arena, a lovely place to have a show, but a stadium, but they don't have the match, the hook.
Well, I have the match, Ricky. Ricky, let's hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. Is
There's-
there any way they sell this thing out?
I think they can get close, but I could see like the upper deck seats. Those would be the ones that won't be purchased.
Right.
Too many chiefs in AEW as far as creative goes.
Yeah.
There's too many people with creative control. I mean, they gave fucking Mercedes Moné some creative control. Why? Why?
He brought her in.
We're gonna get to that later on too. We're gonna get to that.
Fucking why?
All right. Well, I have the match. I have the match that's going to bring everybody in for Texas. Texas is going to be up in arms for Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho 3 colostomy on a pole match. I mean, this is the only match that anybody wants to see in AEW.
I thought they were fighting for the Geritol.
First one to botch a move and break their neck.
It's the for the colostomy bag title.
God, it's don't give them any ideas. Greg is saying he watched AEW on Wednesday. He could care less about the other shows. He reads the spoilers for Rampage. I honestly couldn't tell you last time I watched a Rampage.
Seriously,
the last time anybody did.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like I said, tons of talent there.
Yeah.
Tony Khan has no clue what he's doing for booking. The storylines, you might get a decent one here or there, but not unusually make a lot of sense.
So AEW has been flat for a couple years now, right? I feel like we haven't seen Moxley for a while, right?
Yeah.
Right? We haven't seen Moxley for a while.
Or jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Yeah, he's getting his ass kicked there.
Think Shane McMahon shows up?
Man, if you really want to pop somebody, that's what you need to do.
Hey,
Shane McMahon shows up and helps Danielson win the world title.
No, I think he causes him to lose. Anyway, go ahead, T-Bone. We got.
I have another idea and theory on the Moxley situation. What if it's not going to be Bloodline versus Bloodline at Survivor Series? What if WWE and AEW's worked out a deal and we end up with the Shield and Brock Lesnar versus the Bloodline at Survivor Series?
Are you getting a contact high from your dishwasher?
I tell you what,
possibility, but I'm just saying, wouldn't that would be like the ultimate? The Shield.
I mean, that's Scotty's wet dream booking.
I think WWE right now is doing everything they can. They're working with Impact or TNA Wrestling. They're working with New Japan now. I think they're doing everything they can to ruin Tony Khan's fucking day. Right? They're taking his fucking talent. They're taking, they're taking his business contacts. I don't think they're doing anything to work with these guys. I think they want to make them a distant fucking fifth in the fucking ratings. It won't be long to AEW is behind ATCW in the fucking ratings. That's what I'm telling you. Mark my words.
Sweet. Hopefully Chucky can afford to book like Britt Baker or Mina Shirakawa, somebody like that.
I'm in for Mina. I'm in for Mina.
Get that women's division started.
Who's your girl over there, Ricky?
Anna Jay.
Sky Blue.
Jamie Hayter. Sky Blue. Yeah. Love them all.
Yeah.
Who's the other Asian one? Why can't I think of her
She just
name?
got her ass kicked on.
Sheeta. Sheeta.
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah.
Hikaru Shida's getting some hips on her. What's going on with Hikaru? She's letting herself go. Greg says, I don't see Lesnar teaming with Roman. It makes very little sense to me.
When they beat up Paul Heyman, yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah,
I mean,
it kind of does. Bring them all together.
My enemy is your enemy.
That's right. And then we get Tommy Dreamer and the rest of those fucking assholes from WCW. Just Incredible shows up for a hot dog. Asshole.
Although I could see, like, now again, if they were to do it, the two
Chucky has the best towel around. Austin Blackthorn. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So
the one thing, again, if they were to do something where they would bring some old ECW guys back, the two guys I could see them doing something with, even if it's not fully in the ring capacity, Bubba Ray and Devon. Like if they were to, if like Paul was like,
Bubba can still go, right?
Oh, I know.
Devon I think is out of wrestling now.
but see what I could see them doing is instead of doing like the full instead of doing the old school Dudley Boy gimmick, they could be like, Paul's in kind of enforcers. So, I mean, like Bubba just standing there just looks badass, and you put Devon, like in a getup that makes him look, like kind of like not like security. I'm not trying to say like
you want him to be Reverend Devon again?
No, not Reverend Devon. Hell.
Testify. I'll bring back Spike. That's who I want. Bring back Spike.
Spike has CTE, I'm sure.
Yeah, watch him get.
Oh yeah, by now.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I just think it'd be interesting. Like if they were to do some kind of old bring back a couple guys from ECW, it'd be the Dudleys in my view. But
we just saw
barely walk. That's true.
We just saw Braun Breaker launch Sami Zayn over into the Timekeepers area. What do you think he'd do to Spike?
God, that would
he would love to throw Spike. Yeah, he'd love.
He'd be 6-7 rows deep.
All right, well, let's finish up here real quick with the Texas thing.
His spear, like he wouldn't just spear Spike to the mat. Like Spike would go, like
he'd probably get whiplash.
Finish him.
Yeah, exactly. So sorry, I'm just in my head. I'm seeing like Braun just bowling through Spike, and Spike just not even like touching the ground. Like Spike's feet just leave the ground, and he just goes flying into the barricade. I can just
Spike would get spiked. All right, so final word on this Texas thing. One thing Tony does is he does well. It's terrible shows during the week: the Saturday, the Friday, the Wednesday, dark, whatever whatever's in his bedroom when he goes home. They're terrible fucking shows. When it comes to pay-per-views, he does a pretty good job. Like honestly, over the last 5 years,
money on them.
He's had one pay-per-view that I have completely shit on. Right?
Yeah, that was one nothing 2 years ago.
It was god awful. So I don't know that it's a sellout in Texas, but I think it's damn close. I think bringing it home. Now, wrestling is different here in the States than it is over in Europe. Europe, we love our wrestling here, right? We're all fucking rednecks. We love wrestling. We put our houses on the back of our hitch and we take it to whatever wrestling show we want to go to. We love our wrestling here. But over in Europe is a different story. They're rabid fans, Paris and Europe and Australia and like anywhere but the United States. They're rabid fans. Canada, rabid fans. So
soccer hooligans.
Absolutely. The singing, the chanting. I think over there it's a different story. I think they completely sell out of these things. I mean, there was a big story.
They don't get all the opportunity that we have to see shows.
Yeah, true. Wrestling shows over there are a lot different here, so they take advantage of it. So I think they sell out more over there. I think the numbers were pretty skewed over there for the last All In. I don't know how far off they were. It might have been 4,000 or 5,000, 8,000. Who cares? They still had 65,000 people in an arena or in an open arena for wrestling. Now, if WrestleMania goes over there or a big live event for WWE and they decide they're going to do it 2 days, they're going to sell that fucking place out both days in a row. No doubt.
Absolutely.
Bringing it here in the States, different story. I don't know that they completely sell out, but it's an AEW show and they put on a good stadium or they put on a good pay-per-view show, and I really think that they're going to they'll be damn near close to selling that.
They need to build their storylines very well before they get to that point, and make their shows very watchable somehow.
I believe that you will go to a taco joint in Texas and you'll be able to get a buy one get one free AEW ticket with your receipt.
Double or nothing.
Double or nothing with your, like they did in Vegas, with your receipt. Buy a hamburger, get a ticket. Whatever they got to do. Whatever they got to do. Are you guys fans of the Young Bucks? Are we fans of the Young Bucks?
The not so young Bucks.
The not. Oh yeah. Oh boy.
See our
Nick is looking older and older every time I see him.
See our buddy, the second generation sensation, Brian Hardy. He is a fan of the Young Bucks.
He loves the Young Bucks. I'm a semi-fan now of the Young Bucks. I think that they have way too much control, and they need something and we'll get to that later. We're gonna get to that later on because I want to bring up the Bucks later on. But we got some other stuff to go through too. Let's get through Jacob Fatu's injury update. I have some notes on that. Let me get to it. Jacob Fatu finally made his way to WWE after years of aspiring to join the bloodline. He aligned himself with Solo Sikoa and acknowledged him as tribal chief, expressing his admiration. This was a significant moment for Fatu, but even more impactful one occurred at SummerSlam where he was apparently injured. However, WWE has remained silent on the matter. And that's the first question I'm going to ask you guys. The Wrestling Observer Newsletter reported that the latest on Jacob Fatu's injury. This could be complicated because Fatu and Tama Tonga won the tag team titles on August 2nd prior to this injury situation. Regarding the tag team titles, WWE current stance is that two members of the bloodline selected by Solo Sikoa can defend them. We call that the
New Day rule.
Nope, the free.
Well, yeah, Freebird too.
Freebird rule or the New Day rule, whatever. Yeah. Okay.
New Day was the last to pull that
because free birds rock. Free birds rock. Anyway, little has been said about Fatu as WWE doesn't want to involve with Reigns and the stage of taking big bumps for him, with everyone else required to sell big for Reigns. Fatu is being kept off screen due to his injury, but WWE isn't emphasizing the injury since Fatu is supposed to be portrayed as a monster. So they're keeping everything on the low for Jacob Fatu. First off, do you guys think Jacob Fatu is actually injured? Scotty?
You know, that's a hard one to say at this point. Like, see, because here's where I would have gone with it. If they had immediately come out and stripped the tag team titles and whatnot, and said, yes, there's an injury, they cannot defend the tag team titles, that would have been like first indication that he is definitely injured. But what then comes to mind, I mean, because honestly, I feel like they're playing with us here. I really feel like they're doing this. Yes, a monster, but they're doing this now. They're kind of, pardon the pun, but an Achilles heel on the monster. Like he's injured, so he kind of has a weakness now. But even with a weakness, he's still a monster. There's no having a weakness like this doesn't mean that he's not seriously badass. So I think I mean this is one that's tough for me because it's just like as a wrestling fan you kind of believe almost every injury that happens because these guys do that shot to his shin and leg looked pretty devastating on camera when I saw it, but.
He's walking around in a walking boot.
Yeah, there was the picture that they took the next day.
But that's the thing about it. Like, yeah, you can walk around in a walking boot, but you're still walking. Like, he's not. He's not in Alabama having surgery or anything like that. He's in a walking boot, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I don't know where they're going with this. Like, the monster's got an Achilles heel, but now
Well, I think the article basically summed it up. And I'll sum it up here real quick. But Ricky, do you think injury fake, not fake? What do you think?
I think it's somewhat legitimate, and they're just being cautious with it right now.
Yeah.
Just giving him a little time to heal up some.
All right, T-Bone.
I think it might be like a sprained ankle or something. They're just letting him rest up, heal up, and letting him come back. I don't think it's something any really serious, because if it was, I feel like they would have came out and said something if it was something really, really bad.
And if it was something serious, they would have gotten him into surgery immediately and gotten him on the road to recovery so he could be back quickly. Like, why put your guy at risk of having, something more serious happen, walking around in a boot and break something else in that same foot and, create more issues. They would, they say, nope, go home, get surgery, get healed up, and get back here quick. So
yeah, I think the injury is legit. I think he's really hurt. I don't know the extent. I mean, he's only in a boot, like T-Bone said. He's only in a boot. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
He's only in a boot. So, the plan all along was to keep Jacob away from Roman, right? Because this is what we want. We want that. We don't care about Tangaloa or Tamatanga. We don't care about we care, but we don't care, right? That is not the marquee thing we want. Actually, at this point, I don't even know if Solo is the marquee thing we want. I think we want to see Jacob Fatu and Roman butt heads. Because how many moves has Jacob kicked out of? The RKO, he's come to his feet.
Yeah.
Like this guy is a monster, and they're billing him as a monster. And they're going to build him as inhuman versus Roman moving forward. So keeping it, and whether this is fake or not, if this is a fake injury, and that whole series at the end of SummerSlam where he does this dive off the top rope and he fakes this injury, and he basically he's yelling at Solo, get him, finish him. He's not making a move.
He's turning.
No, I don't know if he's turning. I don't think he's turning, but it keeps him. If he's away from Roman came to the ring, then Roman's music hit.
Yeah.
Where was Jacob?
Down in the ringside area, sitting up against the barricade.
Right. It allowed Roman to do what he needed to do, and it keeps Jacob Fatu super strong.
yeah,
For that final meeting, because at the end of the day, you can talk about The Rock all you want. Jacob Fatu is the final boss. This guy is the final boss.
I agree.
This guy's well-traveled maniac. He has proven it. This guy has taken move after move and just doesn't give a shit.
What do you say? Hashtag protect the finisher.
That's it. Thank you. Hashtag protect the finish. None of that shit matters with Jacob Fatu, though. What
be about 12
what
Superman
happened with
punches.
Taz? What happened with Taz? You give Taz a finisher move. What did Taz do? Fucking no-sold you like anybody. Like you could not finish Taz like that.
Yeah.
It'll be like 12 Superman punches, 38 spears, and he's gonna like rise up like OG Undertaker.
Yeah.
Now, whenever this is Jacob Fatu is who Cody's gonna have to beat to get to the next level, to get back to Roman, or to get to the Rock, or possibly get to Cena. Who knows? I mean, but Jacob Fatu is on another level.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just my thought. I don't know shit.
And you're not bringing up the point that he's also dropped a significant amount of weight.
He looks great.
Yeah, he looks
great.
Yeah.
So him in that shape.
I mean, he don't look like T-Bone Jones. Let's get that out of the way. He don't look like he ain't boxing on his porch. He ain't riding a bike. He's no T-Bone Jones, but he does look good.
He'll get a belt, and all we'll hear Jason going is, you know what? I like chubby Jacob Fatu better.
I do love me some fat Jacob Fatu better. I do.
Fat Ethan Page, fat Jacob Fatu,
and fat Damian Priest,
fat
fat Punishment Martinez. You give him all. Give me a 275-pound Gunther. I mean, or Walter. I mean, give me that fucking guy too. I mean, I don't give a shit. And you know who their manager could be?
Jonathan De La Crosse.
That's right,
Jonathan De La Crosse.
Jonathan De La Crosse.
So, really quick question on the Jonathan side of things. When are we going to meet Jonathan's wife, Juanita?
Well, Juanita. So I don't want to bring this up because this is personal business with Jonathan. But him and Juanita are going through some trouble right now. They are, yeah. So we'll see. This motherfucker loves fat guys, hence why he manages all them in USW. I do like me. I am a chubby chaser. Oh shit.
That's
all right. News today broke. Beth Phoenix. Let me bring my notes up here. Beth Phoenix might be coming out of retirement. If I can find it. During recent interview with Chris Van Vliet, Phoenix addressed the possibility of having one last match. Bullshit. While she didn't confirm or any concrete plans, she emphasizes that her decision would be based on the opportunities presented to her, how they aligned it with her and her family's needs. Which means pay me, motherfucker. It's really hard to say you're retired. When I left in 2012, that was the word I threw around a lot. I'm retired. Because I wanted to have a family. Phoenix explained. I knew for myself it wasn't going to be don't even know what that word is. Whatever, to perform in front of the kids. I needed to devote myself to the kids. At the time, I gave it an old clinch that everybody hates. The cliche that I'm fucking drunk. The cliche that everybody hates. Never say never. It really just depends on the opportunity that it presents with the family. Beth Phoenix, free agent. Her husband, who's decided to kill himself, is in AEW right now. T-Bone, does this taint? If she taint, if she goes to AEW, does this hurt the legacy of the Glamazon?
I don't think so. And my thing is since WWE's letting guys leave with their names, would she be able to be Beth Phoenix over at AEW? That would be the other question you got to ask.
Ask Adam Copeland that.
Yeah.
Is her real name Beth? I don't even know what her shoot name is.
I have no idea.
Beth Copeland.
Yeah.
You just call her Beth Copeland.
There you go.
And you have her dive off a cage.
No, my.
Yeah, I could see her going to AEW.
As the wise Michael Jordan said, "Fuck them kids, come out of retirement and whoop some ass." All right, Scotty. I don't even remember. What was her last match? It was it
was her and Edge against
Miz and Maurice.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Because they were that's right before Edge turned into Judgment Day Edge, which then didn't last very long because they
dumped him out.
They dumped him out, and then which I still think was the dumbest thing ever, because Edge could have had a great run as the leader of the Judgment Day.
He didn't need to be the leader or any sort of.
It was terrible.
Yeah,
I hate it. I hate the idea that Finn Balor is the one. Like, I'm sorry, you have somebody that looks like Damian Priest. You have somebody that looks like Rhea Ripley. Dom fits perfectly because a little chicken shit. But then you have little Finn Balor coming in there, who again, Yes, he's a former world champion. Good for him, but he doesn't he didn't fit in that group. Edge fit in that group. Edge was a star and looked like a star. Friggin' Damien looked like a star. Rhea looked like a star.
Well, I think they were trying to redo
Edge and Death versus Finn and Rhea. Yeah,
is that what it was? I think they were trying to redo the Brood
yeah.
when they first came out with Judgment Day. So, I mean, you can look back right now on the Judgment Day's run over the past couple years and see that it's been better without Edge. Absolutely,
there was no need to have Edge in there.
I disagree.
And Damian Priest's career took off basically because of no Edge being there.
I ain't gonna lie, Edge is boring. I think Edge is boring. His promos are boring. He's a boring wrestler. He's okay. Younger Edge was great.
It's not the same anymore.
Broken neck Edge was not as good.
I agree.
I don't know. I never. Edge and Christian, I liked. Right? Edge and Christian, I liked. Brood, Edge, and Christian, I liked. Edge by himself, I don't know. Never really did it for me.
Him not as the rated R superstar Edge. That was probably his best career moments when he was with Lita or Vicky Guerrero or whoever the hell else he was with at them times.
Excuse me?
Winning world titles. Yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the best of Edge's career moments right there. Since like you said, since he's come back from the broken neck, WWE used him very cautiously, and AEW was letting him do whatever until he about killed himself.
When he came back, he had that match with Randy Orton where he wrestled all over the arena and
all over the performance center.
Yes, on top of the truck, on top of the trailer. That was a really good match. Other than that,
what was it? The Hell in a Cell he had versus Balor at Mania. That one wasn't too bad.
Yeah, was that Balor or Demon?
That was regular Balor, I think, where he split his forehead open with the ladder.
Gotcha. Yeah,
that one wasn't too bad.
Again, I'm not a super Edge fan. I'm sure around here I have those Edge heads. Remember when he was Edge heads with Zack Ryder or Zack and Kurt Hawkins? So again, I'm not a huge fan, but we're not about Edge. Phoenix here. You don't think it hurts her by going to AEW? And I mean, there's money out there to get. Might as well get it.
Money. Yeah. And Tony's dumb enough to sign away big checks. So
no,
look at how much he gave fucking Mercedes.
Hey, he's got to watch how much he spends. He's got to save a little more for his coke. You know what I mean?
Who's the allegedly who is the senior member of the women's division in the locker room of AEW?
Saraya.
Who's worth
a
shit?
The oldest one. Okay, that's the oldest one.
She's still got a butt plug in, right? She's
she's hiding Del Rio's coke up there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's inside the plug.
Yeah.
Oh.
This podcast just went to shit.
One way or another, it always does. Hey, consistency. Yeah. That's what we do here.
I think Beth Phoenix would be great for that women's locker room.
I do too.
Yeah.
The problem is with the women's locker room and the guys' locker room in AEW is they're running around
free for all.
That's fucking crazy. Like there's no control. So
the inmates run the asylum. And
yeah.
We have said this before when it came to the CM Punk stuff. We've said this before when it came to other drama and whatnot. Like the person that is to blame for all of it is Tony Khan, because he will not put his foot down. He wants to be everybody's friend. He doesn't want to be a boss. He doesn't want to, he just wants to let people do what they want to do because he unwraps his action figures. and he plays with them. That he has live action figures that he plays with, and you know what? Like that's. I agree. Beth Phoenix would be a great addition to the locker room, but I don't think she'll last because here's
Yeah,
the problem.
he's probably got a line of coke lined up inside of Kenny Omega's action figure head.
Yeah.
Just the ones that sit on the shelf at Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, here the problem with Beth Phoenix is, and we saw this with the MJF Britt Baker drama. You know, people get big heads and think that they're better than everybody else, and open their mouths and start saying shit one way or another. And I'm sorry, but like, and again, I know you guys always chide me for thinking like Cornette and the old school Cornette mentality. If I were Beth Phoenix and she walks into a locker room and Britt Baker says something to her that Beth Phoenix don't like, I hope Beth Phoenix slaps the taste out of her fucking mouth.
See, I don't think that would happen. I think a lot of times wrestlers hold other older wrestlers into high regard and respect, right? There's a ton of respect there.
Whoa. Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, all the Jim Ross is over there. Jim Ross has had a lot of
Ross has had some health issues from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, he did not look good the other day.
But here's the thing. You have guys that are veterans of this business in one form or another. And yeah, Tony's willing to pay them a lot of money to do stuff, but those guys don't give a rat's ass that they're over there because the inmates control the asylum. They want to do what they want to do when they want to do it. What it was, Hangnail Adam Page that said, "Oh, I don't take advice from anybody." Like, I'm sorry, like that's what they do to their legends over there. They don't care. Why would they care that Beth Phoenix is in that back room? They don't like. It's not going to happen. And somebody's going to get mouthy, and somebody there's going to be another suspension when somebody.
I don't think she's going to be there long enough for her to be anybody to be mouthy with her. They're going to give her a program with somebody. She's going to put that person over, and that's going to be it. Like, it's not going to be. It's whatever Beth Phoenix comes in or decides to come in for, $1 billion. It's gonna be a short-term thing. It's gonna be a one-off thing. It's not gonna. It may be 2 off or 3. Maybe it's a contract for 3 matches, but it won't be something where Beth is hanging out in the back room and listening to all the bullshit going on, or MJF's small penis in the back. We're not gonna hear that shit. She's gonna be there for whatever she needs to be there, and she's gonna be gone. She's not gonna be doing house shows.
She'll be doing a Texas death match with old Ponderosa.
Ponderosa.
Anyway. I think she's going to end up at AEW, but my thing with AEW is Tony gives out too many contracts with people having creative control, because eventually you're going to run into the problem where the Young Bucks don't want to lose the FTR, but both teams got creative control. So who's going over in this situation? Or Mercedes Monet, Sasha Banks, whatever the bitch's name is this week. I'm sorry, but she got creative control, and now from what I understand, Sammy Guevara can only work Ring of Honor. What the fuck? Like, what the hell? Like, how the? There's too many people got creative control.
I think Ring of Honor is good for Sammy.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
cuss those people. Cuss those people over there.
But and I thought, and here's
you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah, no, I got you.
Yeah, he's got Ty Conti. He doesn't need to hit on Sasha anymore.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Maybe is that why he's at
our? What it is. That is what it is. That's why they got him.
Because he said he was going to rape her. What did he say? I can't even remember.
Yeah, exactly what you said. He said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Gone. I mean, well, I wouldn't say gone, but I thought they had squashed that a while back, because when that
he went to that sensitivity program thing,
and from what I remember, he had to have a sit down one-on-one conversation with Sasha, apologize for everything, and try to make amends, however you do that.
That don't mean shit.
I know.
Well, I heard she pulled the CM Punk and said she didn't want him at AEW.
Guarantee.
So,
Yeah.
Guarantee. She's
Yeah.
spreading her shit around. Anyway, whatever. Anyway, I think Beth Phoenix comes in. I think it'll be one-off stuff, and it won't be where she's hanging out there a lot of time, where it's gonna affect her, where she's gonna have to smack the shit out of somebody.
Yeah, back to Mercedes, because anybody with a right mind would take her over Ty Conti, right?
No.
Get out of here.
Well,
I wouldn't take either one of them. Give me Sky Blue. Fuck Conti or.
Hey, you stay away from my woman, damn it.
Ooh, easy. All right, well, let's get into we're on the topic of AEW. Let's get into AEW here. Someone explain AEW to me, because I'm totally confused. We're getting ready to go into an all-in situation here, and I call it a situation. Most people call it a pay-per-view. I call it a situation because we don't really know what the fuck is going on. This might be the worst. When I say that there's been one bad pay-per-view, that might be before this one, because I am worried about what this pay-per-view is going. What this pay-per-view is going to.
Card does not look good right now.
Man, it does not look good, and they are not building it. They are not building it well. All right. So first off, you got Pac, who wins number one contender, talking about his Wembley moment. Right. This is their version of WrestleMania. Is all in. His Wembley moment. What is his Wembley moment? Is he going to be taking out the garbage at Wembley Stadium? What is he going to be doing? Is he going to be taking tickets? What the fuck is Pac going to be doing? Because he's not in a world championship match, and he's number one contender. Someone fucking explain that to me.
I don't know. Like the whole ranking system and winning this casino match or that casino match. Again, Tony Khan's coming up with too many ideas that he's getting lost in his own thing.
And,
We don't know what he's doing.
Isn't there somebody else that's a number one contender for the world title? Like, didn't we just see?
It's Danielson.
It's Danielson.
He won the Owen tourney.
Yeah, everyone's a number one contender. You get a number one contendership. And you get a number one contendership. Everybody, who wants a number?
Hey, they got enough belts to pass around.
Tony forgot. I think Tony forgot what belt he was the number one contender for.
Yeah, but there was another thing a while back where, I think it was whatever it was it the
Jesus
last?
Christ! Please tell me it was an eliminator match.
Yeah.
There was something a while back where somebody won a number one contendership for a world, and they said world title situation, and I can't remember. Like, again, I can't even keep it straight anymore because I don't one, I don't watch it, but two, like
Swerve is the number one contender for the heavyweight title. He won that one.
The champion.
Yeah, he won that one.
Champion.
I hope he wins.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get it. And I like the roulette gauntlet or whatever. What are they calling this?
Casino gauntlet or
Battle
Royal. Yeah.
They just had on Wednesday. They had it was who was it? It was Kyle O'Reilly,
Orange Cassidy,
and
Roderick Strong. And it was for the first person in the casino gauntlet match.
Okay.
Yeah, what sense does that make? First person in.
So it
a gauntlet match.
So I thought the same thing, right? I thought the same thing. Why would you want to be first?
Yeah.
But it ends on a pinfall. So it could end at the first match or the fifth match. It doesn't matter. It could end in either one, right? So my thought is, why wouldn't you put yourself in wherever you want, right? That's what you should win. If you should be able to sit by the ring, and when two guys are beating the absolute piss out of each other, then it's like Money in the Bank. You see that you look for the best opportunity to enter the ring. So say Ricky and Scotty are wrestling and they're beating the shit out of each other. And the next one in line is T-Bone. But I'm sitting at the ring because I have that number. I have that contendership, right? I have that whatever. I can pick whenever time I go in. Scotty does the fucking bonsai drop on Ricky, and there's no fucking way he's getting up from it. He's dead, right? He's fucking dead. But whatever happens, Scotty sees a cheeseburger, falls over. Ricky gets the pin, but Ricky's still hurt. I stand up and I say, T-Bone, you're to the fucking back. And I roll in and I face Ricky. Now I get to take on Ricky. That's the best opportunity for me. That's how it should be. They should almost play it as a money in the bank type of situation. But they should do the same gauntlet situation. But at any point you can enter the gauntlet, you can enter the tournament or enter the match or whatever. If you see two guys beating the absolute piss out of each other, Scotty does a bonsai drop on Ricky, but Ricky's insulin explodes and it goes into Scotty, and Scotty passes out, and they both lay in the middle of the ring. I should be able to go in and cover whoever I want.
Yeah.
Not enter number one, where I'm probably going to have to face 3 other dudes, because that's how it is. Right? 3 other dudes that I got to pin one of them.
You remember it's a pay-per-view, so there's going to be the entire catering table.
Top flight, right? Let's
Serpentico, everybody on ROH.
Here's where I'm going with this.
Hold on a second. Who won that match? Who won to be number one?
Who do you think won that match?
Your boy, Pockets.
Okay. So here's what's going to happen. I'm guaranteeing this because Tony likes pushing old Pockets. Pockets is going to enter number one, and he's going to go through the entire gauntlet of men and beat them and look like a piece of fucking shit doing it. Because I'm sorry, no, that's exact, because we know how Tony loves to push this idiot. Like, yeah. Enjoy. Put your hands in your pockets and play pocket pool. That's about the only action you guys will get. No, seriously. Pockets. No, I know it's going to happen.
He keeps his hands in his pockets because he's always trying to find it.
Yeah.
Listen, we're playing pocket pool, and it's Ricky's turn. So here's what I was getting at with this whole gauntlet, whatever. They're gonna empty the fucking catering table for this battle, this fucking gauntlet.
Yep.
You know who's in this gauntlet? Who's already got a number one contendership? Hack.
He's in it, but he's already got no. See, that's the thing. Tony's eating too much shrooms, doing too much coke, and he can't keep up with the storylines he's writing. He don't know what he's writing.
Like I feel like Tony's got Alzheimer's.
He's got the Ric Flair drip.
Yeah.
How many guys do you think are standing out in front of Tony's office going, "Hey, look, I'm number one contender." No, I'm number one contender. Remember when Millie Vanilli?
They're probably knocking on his office door.
Vanilli and who was Vanilli? I think that's how this is. It's like, no, I'm the number one contender. No, I'm the number one contender. No, I'm the one.
As they're knocking on the office door, and Tony's just sitting there zonked out of his mind, and he just hears
nodding off.
Wah, 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 wah,
wah.
Tony, there. Yeah. So, what's the dude from? That's the fucking. What is his name now? He was part of SoCal Uncensored. His now their
Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel.
He's like, Tony, you have number one contender Pac outside here, and after he's done, you have number one contender Adam Page after him, and then after him, you have number one contender Brian Danielson. He's the number one contender also. So wait a minute, Ty Conti says she's number one contender too. So do you want me to tell him you're not here? I mean,
there's also a guy out here named Cheeseburger.
We don't see enough of him. That's for sure. We don't see
Pineapple Pete.
Pineapple Pete was a narc.
I'll tell you.
On their very first pay-per-view, who was the guy that wrestled with no legs?
I remember
yes.
And that battle was the Battle Royal.
That was
With-
the that was the, that guy who used to be WWE, right?
No, it wasn't Zach
Zach
Gowen.
Gowen. It wasn't Zach Gowen.
No.
They had both.
They had a guy in their battle royal with no legs. I honestly thought it was Lieutenant Dan.
Was it Lieutenant Dan?
I want to know how he was eliminated because he obviously didn't have both feet hit the
Yeah,
floor.
touch the floor.
Well, that's exactly right. Has he ever been eliminated?
Yeah.
So that battle royal is still going on 5 years later.
Listen, I believe it. And that guy, you know what that guy is? You know what that guy is? You know what that guy is?
What?
Number one contender.
Yeah, that's true.
What was I going to say? I had something I was going to
He
say.
should have been facing Chris Jericho for the inaugural World Championship.
Jesus. Anyway, we're gonna move on. Explain this to me. So we had the Acclaim versus Young Bucks on Wednesday for the AEW Heavyweight Championship. Thank God that we're finally getting these heavyweight titles out there and we're defending them.
Lazy
These
booking.
fucking idiots from FTR show up. They're getting ready to hit the Acclaimed. FTR shows up. The Young Bucks are getting ready to hit the Acclaim with the belt. They grab the belt from the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks spits in Dax Harwood's face, and then Dax attacks one of the Young Bucks and causes a disqualification. Now this Saturday, there's a number one contenders match. This is how we're going to solve it. Now we just had the Acclaim versus the Young Bucks. Now this Saturday on Colostomy, it is the Acclaim versus FTR for the number one contendership for the heavy number one contender.
Yeah.
And it's not Pac. He's not in there. Number one contender for the tag team championship. What the fuck are we doing here?
It's going to be a triple threat at the pay-per-view.
First off, why is FTR?
It turned out being a triple threat at all in. Yeah.
It's absolutely
because Tony's got to get everybody on the card.
What the fuck is FTR showing up and stopping the Young Bucks from beating the Acclaimed?
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand the booking either.
They've been the two, I guess, biggest tag team rivalries since COVID.
And both these are faces. FTR is a face, Acclaim's a face, and look who's fighting.
Yeah,
these
the
two
Bucks.
fuck knobs. They're beating the shit. No, the Bucks are out of it. The Bucks are walking up the ramp, and the Acclaimed and FTR are beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
What? Help me.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense.
I don't know where they're going.
I've actually slowed down on watching AEW right after Cody left. I slowed down, and then when the debacle with CM Punk.
Yeah, it's gone way down the drain since Punk left.
The ball with him, yeah. I kind of gave up on him after that.
Now, can we acknowledge, for all the drama and all the bullshit, can we acknowledge that Punk actually, for what little we actually had good on AEW, Punk was the only good. Punk and MJF were the only really good segments on that show.
No,
acknowledge that.
No.
There were way better parts of AEW at that same exact time.
No,
it's just since Punk has been gone, I guess the booking, everything with the booking's been terrible.
Okay.
But during Punk, when he was there was better than just Punk. Like there were other good rivalries there. They were utilizing the Bucks better, Jericho better.
They kept
they
trying
weren't
to
in
find
silly
a way.
Programs.
When Punk was there, they kept trying to find a way to put that heavyweight title on Punk, and every time they did, he got hurt.
That
he
too
was not a factor, right? And we already know how the locker room of AEW is. They're not listening to Punk. They're not listening to FTR. They're not listening to Dean Malenko. They're not listening to guys that know what they're talking about. So CM Punk in the back was irrelevant. Him on TV would have been awesome. We didn't get enough of it. There wasn't enough of CM Punk on TV to be relevant. CM Punk was good and ready to make a run until he jumped in the crowd and broke his foot.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? CM Punk was getting ready to make a run, and then he tore his tricep. CM Punk spent more time out than in, right? He was always all out. He was never all in.
He had 2 title reigns that lasted a total of 5 days.
Yes, and
Holy moly.
again, I wasn't a big CM Punk fan. Like what he does now, how much impact does CM Punk had on WWE? In the ring. Not a lot.
Yeah, he's been in for 2 matches.
Right. One. He's had this is his first match against Drew was the first match.
No, he was in the Royal Rumble, so you got to count.
That no, his first single match. Yeah. Royal Rumble, one thing. What happened to Royal Rumble? He tore his labia. Right? He broke his fucking pussy. So he got hurt. He got hurt his first fucking match. He ended up in this match with Drew McIntyre. Great story. Great storytelling. Getting him to this point without fucking killing him. When Drew dropped him on the stage, I was like, well, that's it. Punk's hurt. Getting him to the point where he actually wrestled at SummerSlam, fucking amazing. I think it's great. But they did less with him. They didn't put him in situations where he was getting beat up all the time. He was clear for a while. They're not saying it. They're saying, oh, he just got cleared. I'm clear now. I'll be at SummerSlam. He was clear for a while. They kept less off of him than normal because of his history.
He's fragile.
They keep calling him Fragile Phil. I don't know if that's completely true. It kind of looks like it is, but whatever. So, what he's doing at WWE now is awesome. But WWE is a different animal. Everybody's on the same page. Excuse me. Everybody's on the same page in WWE. Everybody knows if you're in WWE, this is how it is. Otherwise, you'll be wrestling at ATCW tomorrow. AEW, different story. Different story. Right? So, anyway, I forget where we go. This fucking tag, and it's going to end up being a triple threat match between FTR, the Acclaimed, and the Bucks. And I am hoping, and I do not want these belts on the Acclaimed. Please don't put these belts on the Acclaimed. First off, I'm sick of Billy Gunn. He's 3 times bigger than everybody in the ring, and he's fucking terrible. He's terrible. I can't look at Billy Gunn anymore. No offense, Billy Gunn. I know you're watching. Big fans of hardware wrestling. I get it. But again, I don't give a shit about Billy Gunn anymore. Put these belts on FTR. Give them a run with it the last couple years, and then get them the fuck out of the company and get them somewhere else. Now I'm mad.
I agree.
And it isn't going to get any better because I'm about to talk about Britt Baker and Mercedes Moné. Jesus Christ. When this feud started, I was like, okay, Britt Baker's back, right? The first time out of the box. Great promo. Awesome job with, they didn't touch each other, didn't have to touch each other. Great on Britt Baker. It's for her first time back. She was House of Fire. Second promo, Mercedes I think, was it this promo, the first promo where Mercedes pie-faced her?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Pie-faced her. Anyway, great. It was awesome. Second, now she gets suspended. She's running her mouth about MJF. She gets suspended. She's off for a week. She's back. They decided that, fuck, let's not ruin this with Mercedes Moné. Let's keep this going. They put her, they give her another shot. She's the week after she's suspended. She's standing in the crowd in a hoodie and a mask, and she shows up. Pretty good spot. I thought it was great. Actually, thought it was a good spot. Wednesday night. Okay, so Wednesday night, Mercedes Moné is facing Hikaru Shida. She beats Hikaru Shida from help from, what is the new
Camille Brickhouse.
Okay, Camille Brickhouse is her last name. Is that a real terrible? She looks like she's a prettier China, is what she is. We call her prettier China. That's what we're gonna call her. Anyway, they beat Hikaru Shida, which is a goddamn shame because Hikaru Shida is amazing. She's better than Britt. She's better than Mercedes Moné, and she's better
I hate
than
the way they have utilized.
Kamala Harris Brickhouse. Better than
I hate the way they have utilized Sheeta since COVID.
Yeah,
Like,
well, they're paying her $150,000 a match, so whatever, she'll be fine.
Oh, true, but I still hate the way that they book her. Like, she was the dominant female in the women's division during the whole COVID era, and since then, she's just been a 3-time transitional champion.
Right, right. But again, it's Hikaru Shida. She's always going to be over no matter what. You can count on her. She's going to be a good champion. It's Hikaru Shida. So,
we love her a long
she's
time.
not dressing like Elvis. Right? She's not dressing like Elvis. Like, what's her name? Walking around with a half a microphone or whatever. Emi Sakura. Thank you. So they get this spot where they beat Hikaru Shida and Britt Baker's music hits, and the new China is facing the ramp. Got her fist up. Who fights like that, by the way? Unless you're a 1940s boxer. She's got her fist up like she's waiting on Britt Baker, and then it's forever. Like it's easily forever, 30 seconds to a minute. We don't see Britt Baker. Britt Baker is making her way through the arena, like John Moxley style, coming through the arena, and climbs. Like, it takes her forever. I don't know if somebody.
This was after Camille had pulled the fan that was wearing the hoodie and the mask over and kicked the absolute dog piss out of her.
Kicked the piss out of them. So Britt Baker is coming through the stands. Took her forever. She's now, we're going to add her to one of the worst bloodline members ever because it took her forever to get to the ring. She was out. Her timing was terrible. So she gets to the ring. She climbs up on the ropes or up onto the apron, and she's fiddling with this fucking glove. She's putting their fucking condom on her hand so she can put it in her mouth. Now Mercedes looks over her shoulder, glances. It's clear. Now, again, I've been in wrestling. I've been in situations where you're kind of looking over your shoulder to see the guy who's supposed to come punch you in the face. Not Jeremy, because he never saw it coming. But you're kind of looking for that spot. Mercedes looked over her shoulder 3 fucking times. And Britt was still coming through the crowd and climbing up and putting her glove on. And then the cameraman are terrible. The cameramen are the fucking bloodline cameramen. They're late. So they're showing AK just fell. They show Britt Baker being looked at by Mercedes Moné. Because now it's not a fucking secret. So Britt gets in the ring, and then it's this whole altercation, whatever, and Britt puts her in the fucking lockjaw, blah, 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 and China pulls her out.
It took like 20 seconds for her to pull her out of the ring.
It was forever. This was the worst fucking spot on the show on Wednesday. I'd had it. After I saw this, after I saw the Young Buck shit, I'd had it. I was like, why do I do this to myself? I know, we do this podcast every week, and we've been going for about an hour and a half now. Thank you guys for not dying. Please like and subscribe. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Please.
Please. We're at all this time. Please like and subscribe. Anyway, I am over this. It is clear to me that Britt Baker has no reason to be in this. Please go back to the locker room and talk shit about MJF. That's where you belong. I do not think that this is going to be a good match. We already know that Mercedes is not losing to Britt Baker.
Unfortunately.
When you put these matches on, give me something to make me feel, Jeremy, feel like someone is going to win this fucking match is not supposed to win this match. Make me feel like Toni Storm is going to hold on to her title. Make me feel it. This makes me feel like I gotta poop.
I agree. I can't add any more. You covered it greatly.
Mercedes Moné is in this match. That already makes me want to poop.
She's not bad. I don't think Mercedes Renee is that bad. Her promos are okay. Her song is fucking terrible. Whatever. They're
calling her a CEO is fucking terrible.
Oh my god!
That's dumb.
That is absolute.
See her go. See her go.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That's what I want. But anyway, Mercedes, not ridiculous, right? She stopped doing those fucking topes through the second rope and killing herself. I'm good with that, right? She's getting better. She's got a good presence. She's got a great look. You look at her and you're like, I fucking hate her, right? And that's what she's supposed to do. This rich motherfucker, I fucking hate
took her ball and went home because of bad booking from WWE, and then she broke her fucking ankle, and then she acts like she's and then she acts like
she deserves Hulk Hogan money when she
exactly.
Shit.
Yeah. Again, Scotty, fix this fucking company.
I wish I could. By the way,
Jamie Hayter's going to come out and
please
after Mercedes unfortunately beats Britt with the help of Camille, Jamie Hayter will come back to even up the score and keep this feud going.
Yep.
I'm about it.
That's going to be the only thing to save this shit.
I'm about it.
Hometown girl Hayter.
Yeah. But here's the thing. First and foremost, I must commend Britt. You didn't like the idea. I must commend Britt, though. She followed the old adage, no glove, no love. So, you know.
I thought it was if the glove don't fit, you're all full of shit.
Yeah.
There's no...
Terrible. Anyway. All right. Well, that's it for our topics for today. Man, thank you so much for staying with us all this time.
We're missing SmackDown, damn it.
We are missing SmackDown. That's okay. You can fast forward to the commercials, right? Like most people do. I'll be watching SmackDown tonight. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably have my the hard questions like what the fuck happened to SmackDown last night? What was, why is this? Why is that? Blah, 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 whatever. Anyway. How tired are you guys? Because I have a game for you to play.
I need food.
Okay. We can save it.
Save the game for the next one. Yeah.
Okay, we'll save the game for next. Save the game for next one. So, anyway, T-Bone, Ricky, Scotty, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll be back next week. Schedule pending. Got a lot of stuff going on. I will be off. I will be watching All In coming up. That's next weekend. I actually think we have 2 pay-per-views next weekend. So next week we'll cover All In, all 37 matches for that. And then whatever.
Ashton Berlin's the 31st, I think.
Yeah, that's the 31st. And then there's something going on next week too. Might be TNA. Not sure. Might be.
Oh. And don't forget, for anybody local, ATCW tomorrow night.
Yes.
I know I'm going to be
sir.
I know Jonathan Cross is going to be there. Ricky, you going to be there?
I'll be there.
Listen, you're going to
be there.
You're going to Jeremy, I wish you could come. You're going to want to be at ATCW because
they're short a referee with Owen now.
You're going to we have backup. We have backup.
If I had a rod,
none of them are T-Bone.
We got to get T-Bone. We'll get T-Bone there one day. We promise. We'll get T-Bone there.
Give him a horse and a buggy.
And I think he pays like $300 a referee or some shit like that. I don't remember. But anyway.
Really? Well, give me some pinstripes. I'll go in there and punch Jonathan Cross in the yap and count
Wait a
3.
minute. No, there's no discount. You can't punch Jonathan Cross.
I can count to 3.
I want to see if the second generation sensation Brian Hardy is going to punch Jonathan Cross.
It's very possible. Listen, tomorrow night there's going to be some things addressed. If you guys did not see the promo, AK and I's promo, did you guys see that?
Not yet.
It's up on ATCW. Go watch that. It kind of explains how it was all laid out over the last 8 to 9 months. So there'll be some more stuff tomorrow night for sure because not every shoe has dropped when it comes to AK and I. So This is well thought out, well planned out, and I mean, it's the era of the devil, you know. Down with the devil, buddy. Down with the devil.
Give us some more of the mercenary.
That's more of the mercenary. Make sure you cheer for AK. Listen, I love Brian Hardy. Personally, love Brian Hardy. Broken bread with Brian Hardy. Love his kids, most of them.
Lacey's a bit of a troublemaker.
I love Lacey's my favorite. Lacey's my favorite. Owen, a little slow.
Owen's the best one out of the Hardy.
Harry, I ain't gonna lie. Harry's kind of an asshole. So I ain't gonna lie, and he would agree with me. He's an asshole. So, but Lacey's my favorite. The washer's smoking again. Sarah, we've heard you coughing the whole time. God damn it, girl. Your lung capacity is terrible.
You better call that mechanic again to come fix that thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're going to be in the local area, Curtisville, West Virginia, tomorrow night, bell time, 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30. You're not going to want to miss it. At 7 o'clock, the show starts right at 7 o'clock. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what's going to happen. There's always some bullshit or shenanigans going on. We try to keep the crowd very engaged. Lots of stories going on. And again, AK, the new heavyweight champion of ATCW, and you're about to witness the best.
And we might see a miscue tomorrow night and Tremor splash Austin Blackthorne into oblivion.
I don't know that that's going to happen, but I do like that tag team. I like that.
I just want to see a perfect little miscue, and Tremor just buckle bomb by accident buckle bomb Austin into the corner. That I think Blackthorne deserves that.
Yeah. Well, I ain't gonna lie. I love their tag team only because they're chubbies. That's pretty much the only reason. So, again, T-Bone, Scotty, Ricky, thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next time
on the hard way.
Telling the teller.